guys at the back can't see clearly just yet. I'm just going to give the front row a quick chance, and they will go another meter or two forward. Because there's a little bit of branches in the way.
Are they still young ones?
Yeah, these are actually two new males that's come into the area very recently, since June. Now they've sort of upset the whole lion dynamics in the area because they've been chasing the females around. They're trying to set up their territory and become dominant to the area. I'm going to go another meter forward.
Oh, see, there's a one.
Be careful of this branch that you don't catch your face in it. The one we guess them to be in the region of about four years old, and you'll see the one has actually got a collar on. This one nearest to us has got a collar, and he was collared when he was about 2.5 years old by some researcher in the Kruger Park. So he was actually collared near the Orpen Gate.
Jeez, a long way.
So when we first started seeing him, we sort of tried to find out where this collar has come from. But the research program is still going until March. So in March they will take the collar off. So it's not for game viewing purposes that it's got the collar on. It's just for the guy that's doing the research on young male lions in the area as to how far they travel. But that gives you a good idea
See the collar
where
here.
he's come from. You can see the collar clearly there now.
Oh, yeah.
So from his place of birth, he's now moved approximately 30 kilometers and trying to set up a new territory eventually. So it's very far from his place of birth, and that's how the genes of lions spread around, because he's now bringing in a new gene pool, a new set of genetics from very far from the localized area. Now for a lion takeover, there's a lot that has to happen. Number one is they have to push out the current dominant male. So there'll be a bit of a fight and altercation, and whoever wins that fight sort of can then start claiming territory. But that's only half the battle won. Then they have to start dominating the females, and that's not as easy as it sounds, as us as humans also know.
You can never dominate them, what do you mean?
The pride that we see on a regular basis consists of 3 females, and then they had 9 sub-adult youngsters with them. Since these guys have moved in, they've only got 2 sub-adults left. So these guys have killed off 7, and the pride is split into 3. So the females are actually all separate. We haven't seen our females now for 3 weeks. We don't know where they are. So these guys are obviously searching for them, and the females are obviously avoiding them. Yeah, because they're trying to protect their cubs or their sub-adults. Now it's common for males to kill off the young because they don't have all the time in the world to wait for the females to raise the young of another male and then they mate. They want to mate almost immediately. So hence the rush, and female will only go into estrus when she's got no dependents with her. So if there's any cubs with them, they don't go into heat. The moment they lose the cubs, then they normally go into heat shortly after the loss of the dependent cubs. Yeah. And that's what these guys are trying to do, is to get obviously hunting down those last 2 youngsters so that they can get those females to then have the urge to be with males.
Martin, does